Hi, I'm Amy Such. I've been tasked with informing you that an upgrade to Cognos is coming, and I want to make sure that the transition to the new user interface is a smooth one. For those of you who are not familiar with the term Cognos, Cognos is the technology behind the information warehouse that drives our data, allowing us to run reports. We have approximately 4,000 users on campus, so people tend to call this technology by different names. Cognos, the Information Warehouse, the Prime Warehouse, the Financials Warehouse, the Data Warehouse, or just the Warehouse. But it's all the same thing, and as I mentioned, it's about to undergo an upgrade. While there have been upgrades to Cognos in the past, there's really nothing to prepare for. When we go live with Cognos Analytics on April 28th, the changes to the user interface will be very apparent. Cognos Analytics introduces a new, very modern interface, which may resemble many of the apps we've become accustomed to using as technology continues to evolve. There will be some changes to get used to, changes in terminology, as well as how and where you interact with reports. Part of my job is to encourage you to embrace the changes and make sure you're comfortable with them. Before we talk about the differences that you will see, let's talk about the things that will not change. For instance, there will be absolutely no changes to your reports or their data, no changes to their prompts or your schedules. All of the content in your My folders will come right over. There'll be no changes to report names, folder directories, default run formats, or security. The changes that you're going to see will strictly be in the look and feel of the interface, which is going to affect the way in which we interact with our reports. Our goal is to provide you with enough information around this transition so that when we go live, you can hit the ground running. In addition to the new user interface, Cognos Analytics introduces enhancements and improvements that we bring to you through information sessions and hands-on training. You can still do what you've always done, but you'll need to get familiar with the new way to do it, and Cedar is here to help. Though IBM provides a list of supported web browsers, Cedar recommends that you use Internet Explorer. And while we don't anticipate many issues, you should be aware of technical hitches like your browser's behavior with pop-ups, trusted sites, and opening new tabs. Users tend to enter the information warehouse in several different ways. Some come in using a bookmark, while others come in through the Cedar website, through external applications, or the Prime portal. For those of you who are used to clicking on this tile to get to your financial reports, this is still the process you should follow. Finance and Treasury has created an intuitive and functional landing page in Cognos Analytics for financial users. This is the new landing page for the Finance and Treasury's Reporting Information Warehouse. The left navigation menu will remain the same, regardless of the area you're in within the tool. The What's New and Different section in the center will provide updates or information regarding this page. We recommend checking this area each time you log in, as it will be updated periodically. The Status section provides information on how current the data is. This information will come in handy if there's an issue with a data load the night before. At a quick glance, you'll be able to easily confirm that the information you're running is the most current available. The I would like to section will be most beneficial for newer and infrequent users of the financial reports. It provides a list of potential information you may need to find. Simply click on the point of interest and you will be directed to the report that addresses that request. The report folders you're used to seeing vertically down the page are now listed horizontally across the top of the page. You'll notice that the folder names are exactly the same as before and they will not change. Additionally, neither will the prompt pages, report output, or data generated. It will all remain the same as it is today. The only thing changing is the look and feel of how you access the reports. Let's go one level deeper into the folder structure. If you click in the Financial Management tab, you'll see all of the same reports you would normally see. You may not be able to see everything here, as this depends on your security access. To run the report, simply click on the report name. You'll then enter the prompts and the report will generate in HTML as it does today. From there, you can export it to your desired output. One new feature are these output options on the right. If you know that you want to run a report and that you're going to then export it out to Excel data, you can select the Excel data output option before you run the report. You would simply click on the desired output, enter in your prompts, and run the report. The report will generate in the format you selected. It's that simple. The last two new features of this page are the I or information button and the question mark or help button. The information button will provide you with a brief description of the report and what it's used for. The help button will provide you with a link to the quick reference card if there is one available, or a link to the Finance and Treasury website with additional information on that particular report. For those of you who log into the information warehouse through the CEDAR website or using a direct URL, you should still follow this process. You'll be taken to a generic landing page in which you'll be able to easily navigate to any of the report folders you have access to via the menu on the left. Your most recently used items appear as tiles in the center. These tiles are live. You can click directly on them to run your report, or you can click the More button to take additional actions. Let's dive a little deeper into this new interface. My Folders is now referred to as My Content and is where your personal content is stored. Public Folders is now referred to as Team Content and is where all shared content is stored. The menu structure offers easy navigation and additional options to view content within folders. You can quickly add a folder to the directory under My Content and use your breadcrumbs to navigate to and from a buried destination. The new search uses a very fast and efficient search engine, which immediately returns results. Click the report name to run the report. Click the More button to reveal more options, or click Filter to narrow your results. After the results of your search are rendered, your search can even be saved. The Recent Items area on the left navigation menu shows up to the last 20 items recently used that you can quickly access. Simply hover over a report name to reveal the More button. Clicking the More button exposes a list of new actions. Clicking on the report name will run the report to HTML. Once my report is run, I can change the format of the output by selecting the Run button on the application toolbar. Choose the new desired output type. This will rerun the report with the prompts you've already selected. At the top of the screen, you'll find the Welcome menu or page switcher. Clicking Welcome from the top of this list will always return you to the generic landing page. Cognos Analytics offers the ability to have multiple objects open at the same time, allowing you to switch between them. So also seen in this list is any report you've ran in the current session. Clicking a report from this list will return you to the report's last generated output. It's important to note that switching to a report from this list will not reset your prompts. If you need to rerun the report with different prompts, you can either go to the Run button and choose Reset Prompts and Run, or make sure that when you run the report, it's already been removed from the list by clicking this button. The properties of a report are found under the More button. Use the properties to complete tasks like editing the name of a folder or report, or adding or editing a description, changing the default output format, setting prompt values, or creating a schedule. Speaking of schedules, a new feature available in Cognos Analytics is the ability for users to schedule a personal copy of a report by subscribing to it. Once a report has been ran, you can click the More button and select Subscribe. When you subscribe to a report, the subscription includes all your prompt and parameter values. You choose the day, time, output format, and delivery method. But again, it's a personal subscription, so you can't have it delivered to anyone else. By default, each time the schedule runs the report, an entry is created in the Notifications area on the application toolbar and is denoted by a numeric notation. You can manage your subscriptions and schedules by going to the Personal menu and selecting My Schedules and Subscriptions. Before I close, I'd like to mention that if you're someone who runs reports remotely, you will now be required to log in using a VPN. We hope you found this information useful. Cedar is working to put together shorter, more topic-specific videos for your convenience. Here are some useful links and resources. Documentation can be found on the Education and Outreach tab on the Cedar website.